I'll get real bored quick if you don't.
We're on.
Oh, hi. Hello,
If you're
Hello.
gonna read it, you should try using your Robert Freeman Morgan
Morgan
Freeman voice.
Freeman voice? Yeah,
everybody.
perhaps.
Put some intonation into it.
Hello, everybody, YouTube and Twitch. We are on week 5 of Tale of Maros. Um, yeah, I'm joined here by our 4 players. Heidi, aka Kaylin, Orlo, aka Vernon, Miles, aka Lucian, and Yankel, aka Rake. So, as you guys probably heard from Heidi or myself, I have written a short, well, not a short summary for our journey so far. So I will attempt to read it now. I might give up in this middle, but no, I'm just kidding. All
You
right.
should do half now and half at the end of the session. So I
No,
can leave.
that's pussy.
This
Uh,
is
in
a fan.
Soviet Russia, you don't just give up in the middle of stuff, you know? Doesn't happen that way.
Sucks so bad.
In the middle of
But
stuff.
All
that's
right,
clever.
session 1, which is episodes 1 through 4 on YouTube. Okay, all right. Our journey began with our 3 players: Rake, the Drow Ranger, Vernon, the half-elf rogue. I got his class right. Uh, and Lucian, the human paladin, waking up in a vastly space of nothingness. Everything around them was completely white. Coming to, they realized they were not alone. There were 10 others getting up around them. As the characters slowly got up, they eventually saw 8 spheres of shadow approaching them from the distance. These shadows attacked the group, managing to kill some of the party's companions, but with an amazing display of acrobatics and ball-bearing skill, our players have managed to pass this test.
Oh jeez.
Shortly after, a tiny slit appeared nearby. The players investigated and eventually figured out that they could lift it in order to open up a portal. Reluctantly, they stepped through, followed by their companions. What awaited them was perhaps even worse. A narrow passageway in between lava lakes stretched out in front of them as the portal behind them disappeared. Carefully, the group continued on to a wider area. However, before they reached shore, 10 molten figures began to appear out of lava pools. The 10 small humanoid creatures managed to kill Vernon, but eventually the rest of the party prevailed. They decided to stay away from the lavas and journey inland into the desolate rocky space. Eventually the party came across a hooded figure which could raise a bridge for the players to continue forward. However, to earn passage, the adventurers had to answer riddles. The test was easily passed by the players, and they even got a bonus gem. This gem looked to be filled with some sort of substance which resembled lava, although the surface was not warm. Crossing the bridge, the players came to an entrance at the foot of a volcano. Lacking any other options, the adventurers stepped in. Eventually, Lucian, who was heading the group, felt a sudden drop in temperature. After some experimentation, they found out that only Lucian, Rake, and an elf named Ulmerich could step beyond the point. The 3 characters journeyed into the heart of the volcano and found a gigantic shadowy figure waiting for them inside. This figure floated towards them and slayed the party. However, the party awakened in their beds. ... Our 3 adventurers are employed by Ulrich Nova to work as a guard for the castle. Eventually, the party met up at the workplace. Grimiel Burgab, the dwarf in charge of the palace guard, informed the players that there have been mysterious sightings of dead guards around the perimeter. The party soon realized that the gem given to them by the hooded figure by the bridge was still with them. Furthermore, it emanated a strong light. Lucian decided to investigate. He left his post for the day, seeking the wisdom of a priest of Murion, god of magic and arcane knowledge. At the sight of the gem, the priest became visibly frightened and told Lucian that the gem contained great power and that it better be destroyed. The day ended with the party hitting the bed at the Rusty Bucket Inn. Session 2.
Ah.
The next day, the party journeyed through the town as usual to their workplace. Everything seemed ordinary until they entered through the palace gates. A fight greeted them. Quickly approached by Grimiel, the party was tasked at fighting and protecting Ulrich. For this task, Grimiel offered the help of Kalen, the wood elf druid, our, our last player character.
Just fusion coordinates.
The party journeyed into the palace and found a small group of enemy soldiers inside waiting for them. A big armored warrior was leading them. With great trouble, the party bested him. On his body, they found a necklace with a sigil of a spiral and a hawk. When the players finally reached the king's quarters, they witnessed a shadowy figure talking to a man in golden armor. The shadowy figure caused distortion all around him. When the figure spotted the players, it ran up to the armored man and stabbed him in the chest, fleeing down a balcony. Right after the death of the man, who they later found out was indeed the king, 4 ghostly knights appeared around the steps leading to the balcony and flew
For
out of the
what?
palace
Wait,
walls.
wait. What kind of knights?
Ghostly knights.
Oh, ghostly. Okay.
A dark cloud started to appear in the bay and approached the palace before stopping before the tower in the bay. Session 3. Right after the shadowy figure jumped down the balcony and ghostly knights flew out of the palace, Rake, Vernon, Lucian witnessed a vision. Rake was descending into a dark dungeon in the middle of a forest. Vernon saw some sort of gathering in a larger room. Lucian saw himself standing on a cliff in front of a castle. The characters searched around the king's quarters and found 2 letters. On the one was burned with only clear message being, "Tell him it is his last chance or the kingdom, ... not something you want." The other letter stated, a report, September 13th, activity at your house, your grace, men seen entering and leaving the house in large quantities. Gerard Francis, let it be known that it's not Garnier Fructis.
It is.
Soon after, Greenmule met the party after realizing that his king was dead, collapsed to his knees before the dead figure. The players journeyed out of the palace and began their investigation. The next day they returned to the castle, but the gates did not open. After nosing around, they were spotted by a guard with a blank stare. Greenmule soon appeared and took the party up to see Efmel, a councilman. He tasked the players with finding the assassin. During their discussion, Efmel's gaze stopped on Lucian's bag and his eyes went blank momentarily. The party returned to the Rusty Bucket, but was soon attacked by 3 men with similar blank eyes, which reappeared after death. Session 4. In sight of recent events, the party found a new inn where they rested for the night. In the morning, they began piecing together the information they had.
Their eyes went back to normal appearance after death, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Being an artist, Kaelin copied the sigil on the necklace onto a piece of paper and gave it to Rake and Vernon, who traveled to a different inn to gather some information about it. The inn was a dead end, however, as no one had any knowledge. Lucian, meanwhile, got tired of waiting and decided to ask around himself. He met Phaez, who told him that the sigil was a mark of the Black Hawks, who
I like that dude.
owned a mansion in the middle of a town. At the same time, Rake and Vernon decided to pay a visit to the wealthy Newbury Inn. Orlo's convincing act of presenting himself as in a richly manner earned them the same information about the sigil. The next day, the party decided to send Kaelin to try and offer her art services to the Black Hawks. The guards at the gates denied entry. Rake and Vernon decided to stake out the place, and meanwhile, Lucian decided to go solo once more and asked around for information about the Black Hawks. He found out that they were traffickers of information and service providers. Lucian decided to approach the mansion directly and offered a ring he had collected off the dead king's bounty. The guards admitted him. The guards admitted him, and he journeyed inside the mansion to meet a man named Onim Hawk. Lucian asked about the location and identity of Gerard Francis, to which the man replied that the man has been spying on his house for some time and that he was probably no longer with them. Onim, however, seemed to know exactly what Lucian came for. Furthermore, he knew about the items the party carried. He offered to exchange his most valued piece of information in exchange for one favor from Lucian in the future. Lucian agreed. However, he withheld this information from the party. Onim gave Lucian a stone and told him to head with it towards the north. Lucian quickly gathered his party and they fled town the same day. Towards the evening, as the party was walking out of Cathair Althreath, they stepped... God, stupid magic cam. Stepped through some magical wall, which revealed a desolate landscape around the city. The city inhabitants seemed to be oblivious to this. The party journeyed west towards Port Tuscan, but where it should have stood they found an unnatural flame engulfing the fort. They continued north through Rica Point to be and found Rica Point to be intact but barricaded. Town leader asked the party for answers. Lucian told the story and advised the town to evacuate in sight of armies approaching from the west. The party rested for the night and continued the next morning into the burned forest, which eventually turned into lush. Kalen rejoiced. Alright,
Woohoo!
I got through it. Oh my god.
I didn't know it turned lush. When did it turn lush?
What?
I forgot about that part, I guess.
Yeah, you guys started, that's where we last left up. You were beginning to ascend into the mountains, and there were actually lush trees. And, snow was a bit farther off, so.
Okay.
Oh, so are we starting now?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Alright. Yes, and Vernon is actually back now. I don't have to play his character anymore.
Woo, guys, that last, like, few hours of our adventure, I can barely remember.
Yeah, you were like in some dude. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you.
I know.
Wake up.
I need to get my head in the game. I'm back, though. I think I'm good.
Alright, so continue your adventure.
Oh, okay. Mr. DM.
Rake, you're
Yes,
muted.
that is me.
Bam.
When you're walking along and you see all the little like things along the pathway, like
Yeah, we want to catch butterflies.
flowers and shit, I am the person who picks up every single herb I can when I play Skyrim, and I'm applying that here in our game. I'm always on the lookout for herbs, so
See,
let me know if we pass any herbs.
There are people like that in World of Warcraft, too, and everyone else hates partying with them.
You don't find anything.
So, how far up the mountain are we? And if I were to turn around, could I see this last city that we left? Rica Point?
If the forest is kind of dense, so you probably couldn't see the town, but you could see the valley.
Okay, and so we left because there was like an army marching on them.
Yeah.
What do I see basically as we've traveled up?
You see the same desolate landscape, and in the far distance, you can barely make it out. You see Cather Elthrid.
And do I see like the clouds and the castle in the sky?
The castle in the sky.
Oh, there was no castle in the sky?
No, there was no castle in the sky. What are you even smoking, man?
Alright.
There was a cloud. A big ominous cloud, dude. There was no castle.
Yeah, you can see the cloud. And by the way, the cloud stops around the peak of a mountain, so you're still in the cloud, technically.
Oh.
Yeah.
What mountain?
Well, the mountain range. You see the peaks above you.
Oh,
There's
I see. So it's like a huge cloud. Okay.
No, it is. Yeah, it is a
Alright.
huge cloud.
And what happened with the army? I don't see any army.
You see smoke, but you don't see army.
There was this huge army coming, and I don't see anything.
No, you're too close to the point where you left. The trees are covering that point. Maybe if you got higher.
Okay, I'd like to climb a tree
Climb.
to get like a good vantage point.
Alright,
Yeah.
dexterity check.
How much dexterity do you have, dude?
Okay, I did. Okay. It is a 18.
18.
Mhm.
Alright, you climb. You successfully climb the tree. And yes, indeed, you see the town you just left. And you see an army maybe 10 miles away from it.
And like, I mean, I know this is pretty far, but like, what does the army look like?
You can't make it out. You just see a lot of people.
Do I see any
or
banners?
creatures. No, it's too far.
Colors?
Yeah, colors.
Surely you can see colors.
Dark colors.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
Guys, I think we should wait to see what happens to that city. I'll yell down from the treetop.
You know,
Just sit up there and watch a war happen.
good adventurers save villages. great
we told
is
them
watch them burn.
we told them what was happening, and we gave them the best option. I mean, the four of us aren't going to stop an army. So I mean, they wanted to stay. So whatevs. But I think we should see if they attack it, if like there's a fight, like just to get our kind of understand what's going on a little bit better.
Whatever.
It's
How
just
far
any
away are we from it?
going,
Sorry.
or are we just still heading in that same direction just because we're supposed to?
We were heading north,
Yeah, but we don't know why yet, right?
but we were heading north because
Yeah.
we didn't want to get caught up with the army.
No, we're heading north because I
North
was
because of,
told by the
Lincoln.
wizard. Yeah, I was told
Right,
by the
and
wizard. Well, not the wizard, but the kingpin guy to just keep heading north.
Let's go north. Fuck this shit. Let's go north.
Well, we're heading up a mountain, right?
Yeah.
If you
We'll be
like
able to
watching shit.
Behind us if we get higher up, right?
What?
Not necessarily. I'd have to climb
He
another
wants,
tree.
but he wants to see what's going to happen to the village, and if we get higher up on the mountains, we can see, right? Essentially, we'll be able to
Well-
tell if the village gets pwned or not.
I don't
guess so,
know.
you're
My
right.
suggestion is
Really?
that we try and make as much distance from the army as we
Yeah, I
possibly
guess
can.
that. This is all sound ideas. All right, guys, let's keep going.
Whoa,
By the way, I have my Riddick goggles.
there's a bunch of spam in our chat.
Yes, there is.
What is this?
It's thoroughly enjoyable.
I need to hop on Twitch.
Who are all these people?
That was a really cute wolf. Hey.
Are these your people, Heidi?
No.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Trump value raid.
Dimitri.
It's just spammers.
Yeah, I'm lazy. Send me the link to the Twitch.
Really, dude?
Send me the link to the Twitch.
Twitch.tv/Night of Misfortune.
Yeah. That's the link I want to send me.
Type it in, you fucking lazy ass.
All right, so can you throw like a commercial at them?
No.
It will be right back.
First say spam. It doesn't bother me.
This is awesome, though. Whatever.
It's
Continue.
36 viewers now.
Yeah, 36 viewers. Why not? Go for it.
72.
72? Really? Awesome.
Wow.
All right,
Okay.
carry on.
Welcome everybody.
Yes, way more than that.
Okay, I think we got a good idea going though. Let's keep going up the mountain. I guess in a couple hours we'll turn around. We'll look up.
Although you need to close the stream.
Yeah.
Dude, mute your stream or Vernon.
No, it's gone.
All right, so
See,
you guys
everyone
are
else-
you guys are
Hello.
heading farther up this stream.
Right, farther up the
Mountain.
stream.
Mountain.
Mountain.
All right, so you start journeying a mountain, and it gets starting to like really heavy snow around you, but you've managed to find a path.